Humpty Dumpty. A mother chicken made her nest. She named each egg. When she came to the 12th egg, she called it Humpty Dumpty. This 12th egg was remarkably big and white and of a very pretty shape. Humpty Dumpty would lay on the edge of the nest. Then the mother chicken, Whitey White, went off to the barn in search of something to eat. When she had gone, Humpty Dumpty's brother, Cookly Cut, who was in the middle of the nest and the oldest egg of all, called out angrily, "It's getting too small in this nest. Move up there." "I can't move unless the others do," said Humpty Dumpty's sister, Cut, and she kicked the egg next to her. And so they continued kicking one another and rolling around in the nest until one kicked Humpty Dumpty. Because he was on the edge of the nest, he was kicked out and rolled down on the floor. Humpty did not like this. After he had recovered from this kick, he began to look around to see where he was. The barn door was open. He saw trees and green grass. He began to make roll when he heard a voice say, "Where are you going?" Humpty Dumpty looked around and found he was beside a little nest in which was one brown egg. "Did you speak?" he asked. "Yes," replied the brown egg. "I asked where you were going." "Who are you?" inquired Humpty. "My name is Kuchikulu, and the mother chicken Black Batten laid me about an hour ago." "Oh," said Humpty Dumpty proudly, "I belong to the mother chicken Whitey White. Interesting. I'm going out to see the world, and if you like to go with me, I'll take good care of you." "Isn't it dangerous for eggs to go out alone?" asked Coochie timidly. "Maybe," answered Humpty, "but it's dangerous in the nest too. My brothers kicked me out. However, if we are careful, we can't be hurt too much. So come along, little one, and I'll look after you." Kuchikulu gave him her hand while he helped her out of the nest, and together they came to the barn floor. They made for the floor at once, holding each other by the hand. "We must jump," said Humpty. "I'm afraid," cried Kuchikulu. "Now, 1, 2, 3." They held each other's hand and jumped. Then, fearing their mothers would see them, Humpty ran as fast as he could until he and Coochie were behind a tree in the garden. "I'm afraid we're bad eggs," gasped Coochie. "Oh, not at all," replied Humpty. "We were laid only this morning, so we are quite fresh. But now, since we are in the world, we must start out in search of adventure." The brown egg gave him her hand, and together they walked to a high stone wall which had sharp spikes on top. "I'd like to see what is behind that wall," said Humpty, "but I don't think we will be able to climb over it." "No, you are right," answered the brown egg. "But just before us, I see a little hole in the wall." They ran to the hole and found it was just large enough to fit them. So they squeezed through very carefully in order not to break themselves, and soon came to the other side. They were now in a most beautiful garden with trees and flowers. Suddenly, a horse passed by. That was poor Kuchikulu crushed by the horse. That's when a voice said, "What's the matter, little egg?" Humpty looked up and saw a beautiful girl bending over. "One of the horses has stepped upon Kuchikulu," he said, "and now she's dead, and I have no friend in the world." The girl laughed. "Cheer up, little egg. I will be your friend." "What is your name?" asked the princess. "It is Humpty Dumpty," he said proudly. "Now, if you will really be my friend, make sure I do not get crushed." Humpty Dumpty was very happy. The girl explained that the king with his horses was coming soon. They decided to wait near the castle's gate. She told him to be careful not to fall off the gate. "Here, the king is coming," Humpty cried. As they came, Humpty leaned over to look at them. The next instant, the princess heard a crash at her side. Poor Humpty Dumpty was crushed. The princess returned to the castle. That night, she thought about Humpty Dumpty and remembered him being kind.